Okay, chapters Inside Out, chapters 13 and 14. Ready? Here we go. Gotta get on my spectacles. And you know what? Just for your viewing pleasure. Check this out. Okay. That was free charge, okay? Just toss that in there. Is that funny? It's so funny. All right. This is not funny. Okay, here we go.
I said very funny.
Minnie says it's very funny. Whew, she's a critic. Here we go. Chapters 13. Letter from Miss Emily Wasta to Dr. Cal Curtis. Zach says the two new voices kept torturing him, begging him to kill himself. So he went to my bedroom closet and found the rifle I kept for our protection. To be honest, I'm glad everybody except Alan and Joey are gone. Most of the time, like I said, I'm not that thrilled to be around people, because they usually just confuse me. I always feel more relaxed when I'm alone, except for the times when I'm alone for too long and Dirtbag and Rat come after me. Now that it's just Alan and Joey and me, and since I'm sitting up in a chair instead of on the floor, I feel a lot better. It also feels like there's a ton of room back here now with all the others gone. I feel pretty happy, actually, even without a maple bar. It's nice to feel happy and to know I'm feeling it. Does that make any sense? I mean, it's so unusual that I feel anything. This is pretty much the way it goes for people with my kind of brain. We just don't feel things. It's hard to explain. Alan interrupts my thoughts. So, Zach, this Curtis guy's your doctor. Why is your brain so messed up? He hesitates a second, then says, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like... Never mind. I ask him, why'd you guys do this robbery? Why'd you need money so bad? Alan looks at me a second before he answers. Our mom has cancer. We don't have any medical insurance because Mom had to quit her job. She's really sick from the chemotherapy and radiation treatments, and her medicine costs a fortune. We're down to nothing. We had to get some money, so I came up with this idiotic idea. Where's your dad? I asked. Dads sometimes help with money. Joey says, we don't even know if our dad's alive. Alan interrupts, yelling, stop it, Joey. He's alive. And then Alan says, we just don't know where he is. I said, my dad left too, a long time ago. But the truth is I don't even remember him, and I don't ever think about him. Boo! Long God. Alan pauses a few seconds and stares at me. I'm sorry you got caught up in this, and I'm sorry if we scared you and kept you here, but the truth is we do anything to help our mom. I try to understand and I say, I know what you mean. My mom makes meals for me and cleans all my clothes and picks me up after school and gives me my medicine. I try to think of some other reasons to care about my mom. All I can come up with is, she used to hide Easter eggs for me when I was little. I like eggs. I try to think of anything else, anything more that I can figure for why I'm glad my mom is around, but I finally give up. Joey says, our mom used to do that kind of stuff for us too. Alan looks at him and says, when Mom gets well, she'll do those things again, Joey. Joey looks at the floor and nods and said, yeah, sure. He says so softly, I can barely hear him. I ask, is your mom going to die? The second I ask this, I wonder if it's appropriate. Joey gives me a mean look, but Alan answers, no, I hope not. We don't know for sure, but I don't think she will. Joey stares back at the floor. He doesn't look at either of us, but he says, if prayers ever come true, Mom won't die. If there really is a God, and he doesn't finish his thought. Alan asks me, so this brain thing you've got, when did you know you had it? I try to explain. When I was 14, I started to hear voices and I got all confused and had to go to the hospital. They said I have schizophrenia. Alan asks, Amen? Can you be a little quieter? Oh, is it hard to see? Can you just set it aside then and then put it in later? Thanks. Okay, Alan asks, so that's when you knew you were messed up, huh? I mean, that's when you knew you were sick? I think about it. No, not really at first. I didn't know for sure then. I mean, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know how bad it would get until... Crash! My words are cut off by a loud sound from outside the coffee shop. It's a big crashing sound, like the cops are breaking down the door, kicking in the glass. Alan and Joey both jump up and pull their guns out real fast. Alan moves over to the door so he can look out. Joey yells to Alan, are they coming? Alan yells back, I don't know. He turns to me and says, get over in that closet, Zach. Stay out of the way. I say, I won't get in your way. Go! Alan yells, I don't want you to get hurt. I go across the room, up to the closet door and pull it open. It's kind of dark in there, but it's not really a closet. Through the dark, I see a freezer and some shelves. There's also a door that leads outside. I glance over my shoulder. Alan is peeking out at the cops. In the instant he starts to pull his head back, there's another huge noise, the loud cracking sound of a gunshot. Alan falls from the doorway and down onto his knees, dropping his gun, which slides across the slick linoleum floor and ends up right at my feet. Joey screams, no words, just a scream. Alan lifts his hands to his face. I pick up the gun. It's real heavy. It seems to be alive, like it's breathing. I know guns aren't alive, but it feels like it is. I hold the gun carefully and look back at Alan. He is kneeling on the floor, holding his face. I see blood on his fingers. And that's the end of chapter 13.
Why is there blood on his fingers?
Well, we're going to find out, Mindy. All right. Mindy, I'm recording, all right? Did you forget? Mindy, seriously. All right, chapter 14. Letter from Miss Emily Wasta to Dr. Cal Curtis. Zach says he took the rifle and went out and sat on the deck chair. As he sat there, he says he wondered what I might think when I came home and found his body. I guess some tiny part of him realized that I might be upset, and I'm realizing right now myself that I should probably not be reading this in front of my 6-year-old daughter. See? Don't listen.
I'm listening.
Okay, well, try not to. Don't worry. All right, the blood on Alan's face looks kind of like chocolate sauce, the kind you put on ice cream. I wish I had a chocolate sundae right now. The phone rings. A loud voice booms outside. Are you all right in there? Is everyone all right? That was a mistake. Pick up the phone. The phone keeps ringing. Joey just stands frozen, staring at Alan, so I grab the phone. A voice asks, is everybody okay? He sounds scared. I say, Alan's holding his head. He's bloody. Oh, God, the voice says back. Alan stands up, brushing off the side of his face. Little pieces of wood fall away. The bullet shattered the wall right next to where Alan's head was. Splinters are sticking into his face, making bloody spots. I say into the phone, Alan's face is bleeding. Is he conscious? Is he alive? Alan walks over to me and grabs the phone out of my hand. What was that? He yells into the phone. He listens for a second and then yells, mistake! You tried to blow my head off! Alan listens again, then says, no! Still sounding mad. I'm okay, but Alan listens some more. He says quieter, no, it's just a scratch. Not that you care. Alan slams the phone down. He turns to Joey and me and says, accidental shot. Joey yells, accidental? Bull! It only missed your head by about an inch. As Joey says this, he walks back and forth across the room like I've seen people do in the hospital, pacing like crazy. It's like Joey's ready to kill somebody himself. Alan says to Joey, calm down. The guy wasn't supposed to shoot. He didn't have orders. Joey says, I don't believe it. I think they want to kill us to protect Zach. Alan says, maybe. I don't know what to think anymore. Suddenly, Alan looks at me and notices for the first time that I'm holding his gun. Joey notices too and snaps his gun up, pointing it right at me. Without even thinking about it, I point Alan's gun at Joey. We stand real still. I look down the barrel of Joey's little gun. Cracker barrel, barrel of monkeys. Shoot. Shoot. Even better. Let him shoot you. This isn't good. Even I can tell. This isn't good. And that's the end of chapter 14.